what is your first big kitchen fail when you're designing?
So the biggest fail that I see
Whether you're a homeowner or an investor, your kitchen is a huge part of your investment. So we have the top 3 kitchen mistakes and how to fix them. We are back with the queen of kitchen design, Sarah Robertson from Studio Dearborn. And welcome, Sarah.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good. So what is your first big kitchen fail when you're designing?
So the biggest fail that I see in terms of when people feel they've got to renovate a kitchen, essentially, even if that kitchen's brand new, is cheap cabinets. I think developers, homeowners, please listen up, invest in good cabinets. I think you will see that the lifespan of that kitchen is drastically increased when the cabinets are well built. Even if they need a coat of paint 15 years down the road, it's so much. It's better for the environment. It's better for your investment, and it's just better for your quality of life to have well-built cabinets that have good storage and just kind of robust manufacturing techniques, good strong hardwood.
So what's a cheap cabinet? Are we talking like Home Depot, IKEA versus Clive Christensen? What is cheap? What should we not be buying?
Good question.
That is such a good question. I think what you're looking for is cabinets that are robust enough that they can handle the weight of what's in them, that they stay square. They're sturdy enough built that they're not going to be falling apart. You want something that has a finish that isn't going to, start peeling off or look cheap. So stay away from laminates if you can. Stay away from MDF because MDF is not a great product to be building cabinets out of.
So MDF is that particle board that's all smushed together, right?
Yes, exactly. It stands for medium density fiberboard. So
you knew I didn't know,
essentially,
right?
The screws aren't going to stay in MDF nearly as well.
Okay.
If you're using hardwood, even good plywoods are fine. And I don't want to go into all the technicalities of, how you make good quality cabinets. But I think the thing to look for is essentially, spend at the top end of your budget and look for well-made cabinets as opposed to a name. So you can shop around and even find, local cabinet builders who are just using good building techniques for their cabinets that you might find are more affordable than when you're going with a brand name of cabinet where you're just kind of paying for the name.
So no MDF, no laminate. So what if I want to get a painted finish instead of that stained finish? Can I do that without laminate?
Yeah, definitely. What I use in my kitchens is we use what's known. It's a varnish. It's not a true paint, but it's called a catalyzed conversion varnish. But
Wow.
It's a very robust finish. But that said, there are some great paints out there if you want to paint your cabinets in place. There are brands that hold up really, really well as well. So I personally prefer just, a paint or a varnish on top of wood.
Okay.
I feel as though you would agree with the spinning at. When anything that I've seen you do, like any flips, any this, any that, you always go for the better quality, and it lasts you longer.
My grandparents taught me don't buy it unless you buy quality. So
there you go.
We're not doing a college dorm room here.
Yeah, so to be clear, part of that quality conversation is really about having the storage that you need. So, when I do a kitchen, we're doing a lot of custom pullouts and inserts and things that make it really easy for people to organize their kitchens. If someone is trying to renovate or upgrade an existing kitchen, there are so many things that you could buy online to help you organize drawers, to add pullouts, for your base cabinets and things like that. Some of them can be kind of pricey, but they're so worth it.
Go cheap and then don't bother to go home, is what you're saying. So no cheap cabinets. Next one.
The next one.
Yeah, the next one. So clearances. So we find that people are making kitchens that are just too tight. There's not enough space to move around. There isn't enough counter space. There may not be enough space between sink and range. Basically, just not enough space for you to do what you need to do in the kitchen. So, and some of that is just poor planning. So when you plan out a kitchen, you want to make sure that there's enough room around, the sink, the range, and the refrigerator that people can move around, cook a meal, and potentially be doing that with other family members in the kitchen, friends,
Right.
hosting a party, that sort of thing. You need to kind of accommodate all of those things.
David and I need more space.
So a
we
kitchen-
fight over the space on the counter. Like we get into like, you move. Like it's.
So you're basically saying a kitchen is never too big.
It can be, right? It can be, and then you're just doing so much walking. So it certainly can be too big. So there is sort of this magic number in terms of spacing that we kitchen designers follow. But I think that what we're often seeing when we're taking out a kitchen, it's very rarely that it's too big. It's usually that it's too small.
So then if I had the option to take like a closet next door and pull that into the kitchen versus the closet, are you telling me it's more important to take away that closet?
Yeah, or in some cases, it's a matter of relocating a closet. Sometimes we will pull in some closet space that's adjacent to a kitchen, just make the kitchen a little bit bigger. It can change the whole layout of the kitchen. And then maybe we'll carve out a little spot that's in the front hall, or maybe it's in the living room, or some little spot that we can kind of allocate to a front hall closet, and there you go. So we oftentimes in our area find that the backs of homes will have a small bedroom and a small bathroom that used to be a maid's quarters.
Yes.
So we will oftentimes push into those, but then we need to replace that bathroom. So the bathroom needs to find a home somewhere else in the main floor of the house.
So are you?
The kitchen renovation can kind of become like a whole first floor renovation very quickly.
There you go.
That's the problem right there.
Would you is that where the open kitchen design comes in to make it feel like you have more space or to give you more space? Is that how you can fix it?
That's such a good point. It really does make it feel more spacious, for sure. And what it also does when a kitchen's open is it helps with that traffic flow. So people can get in and out of there without getting sort of trapped, especially if you're like entertaining, right? So that's why we often will go from like a U-shaped layout with a peninsula, which can kind of trap people, to taking away the peninsula and adding an island, which allows you to flow in and out from both sides of the island, if you can picture that. Makes all the difference in the world. Same size space, completely different like traffic flow.
And number 3 sort of goes in
number
with the
three.
same thing.
What's number 3? What's the third worst fail?
We just kind of just segued into it already, was that, I feel like so often kitchens are too small for the size of the house. You look at a 4,000 square foot home and, you're looking at it on Zillow and the kitchen isn't even big enough to have an island.
Yeah.
So, and in many cases, that's because in our area, a lot of these homes were built in like 20s, 30s, right? And, the kitchen wasn't a space for the homeowner. It wasn't a space for entertaining. You often have to like push out. And so we're often looking for ways to kind of do that, what we call like a micro addition, where we might add 24 to 36 inches. That might be all we need to get an island.
And you can do that sometimes without adding to the foundation. You cantilever out. So that's like a little bump out.
Oh, I like that.
And you don't have to go into the ground with it.
I like that a lot.
That's what you're saying, right?
Exactly. If we can get
like
away
that a
with
lot.
a cantilever, we'll do it that way. Depending on which way, of course, the joists are running and all that. But yeah, if we could do it that way, that's great. Otherwise, yeah, you might be having to do a little bit of additional foundation work, but it's still like from a cost perspective, so much less expensive than, adding on like another whole room. So
Awesome.
I love to look for opportunities to do that before we start looking at really adding a lot of square footage to the home.
But you're right. Nowadays, people use their kitchen for it's the center of the home. And even when you have guests over, they're in the kitchen with you.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I like to sit on the island and
Yep.
eat.
And that's where you chit chat. It's wonderful. So these are your 3 kitchen fails. Going too cheap on cabinets. Do not skimp on the cabinets. Having the layout too tight, which means that you're always bumping elbows with the person next to you trying to cut the vegetables, right? And that a lot of kitchens were built too small for the home, and you need to expand that. You need to look at your space and look at what you have and actually
Make it happen.
make it happen to expand your kitchen. I love it. Thank you, Sarah, so much.
You bet.
Appreciate it. Thanks for watching this episode. Now don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and we'll see you next time.